their way towards the first of the 30 obstacles. Diderot Vallis in the light blue is up among those handy as they take the first fence. Wick Green in the cheek pieces. One of the greys, Volcano, has got a prominent position. Vital Island is out a little wider with a green cap as they come to fence 2. Birch Island fence, they can go either way here, and a split decision as to which way they want it to go. Among those held up early, Latenightpass in the white and red, Manila Indo in a maroon jacket, Fury Road in the royal blue, and Fameaftertheglory yellow jacket with the dark sleeves, also in the last group of 4. They move on towards the third, which is the Aintree fence for the first of a couple of occasions. Wick Green, Diderot Vallis, Volcano up the inner. They're the leading 3. Geskeel Pink Cap jumping well. Less so Fameaftertheglory, who slowed up quite markedly going into that. It cost him a little bit of momentum. They're already at the 4th. Volcano jumping on. Enjoy Dalen in midfield, and McManus Hoops didn't really have a cutter tip. Swiftly on to the next, and now they face the Glenfarclas Barrels fence 6 for the first time. Wick Green, Diderot Vallis and Volcano, followed over by Vital Island. And then Geskeel, the other of the greys, Diesel Dallier. Galvin Diamond Jacket with a white cap being Shadowbone Joy de Len. And then Fameaftertheglory is the next one over alongside Francky Du Berlais. To Manila Indo in a maroon jacket, who's waited with us as they take this sharp right-hander. Latenightpass continues to be held up, and Fury Road in the raw blue is the back marker, and they move on to the timber rails. Diderot Vallis, Wick Green and Volcano. The leading trio over it. Francky Du Berlais didn't get particularly high. He left a trailing leg, and they're already moving on towards fence 9 of the schedule 30. Remember, what would have been fence 23 is being omitted this afternoon. Wick Green, cheek-pieced head just in front over Diderot Vallis. A slight mistake there from Latenightpass in rear. Volcano, the grey, continues to track the leading pair. They're racing downhill at this point. Wick Green, Diderot Vallis, Volcano. And then another of the greys, Diesel Dallier, with Geskeel racing out wide. Vital Island on the inner of that pair, followed by Galvin, who hops over in midfield, the red cap just ahead of Fameaftertheglory, and Francky Du Berlais enjoyed the land shaken up, landing over that one. Then Manila Indo, Latenightpass, the red and white stripes on the sleeves for Gina Andrews, and Fury Road continues at the back of the field. So Diderot Vallis and Wick Green lead them. And they've completed more than a mile or so now. They race 3 lengths ahead over Volcano and Vital Island. They in turn are being followed by Geskeel as they come out of the other side of the ditch, bank and hedge, and now run sharply downhill to the water, which is fence 13, steadily moving towards the end of the first circuit. Wick Green, Diderot Vallis as one to Volcano. Watching the rest stream over it neatly enough. Fury Road continues to be the back marker, and now they turn to face the cheese wedges. This is 14 and 15 coming up to them. Diderot Vallis, Wick Green, Volcano. Vital Island right in behind the pale sleeves. Enjoy to Len a little wider out with a white cap. Geskeel Pink Cap right up the inner. Francky Du Berlais slightly worse than midfield in behind the likes of Galvin and Diesel Dallier. And they swing left-handed, and they are now effectively at the end of one circuit, and they move on towards fence 16. As they take this left-hander, Wick Green continues to push the pace along with Diderot Vallis, Volcano racing a close third. Then Vital Island to Galvin, in turn followed by Geskeel, and Enjoy de Len over Diesel Dallier and Francky Du Berlais. Then Latenightpass. Bad mistake by Geskeel. He's gone wrong and he's going to be pulled up sharply, I'm afraid. Geskeel is out of the race there just before halfway. Wick Green still leading Diderot Vallis, and on the inner the grey, a Volcano. Galvin has made very stealthy progress, red cap. He's up into 4th place now, only a couple of lengths off the lead as they emerge from the ditch, bank and hedge. That was the 17th. In 5th place is Vital Island. The other grey, Diesel Dallier, is right in behind. And then Enjoy de Len, in turn followed by Fameaftertheglory, the dark sleeves for Johnny Burke. Then Latenightpass. White cap Gina Andrews just ahead of Francky Du Berlais with the red cap as they continue progress across the centre of the course. And watching the stragglers get over it, Fury Road continues towards the rear of the field. Manila Indo continues to be ridden with patience. The former Gold Cup winner, maroon jacket, he's last but one. So on they go. with Wick Green and Diderot Vallis continuing to be the leading duo over Volcano and Vital Island, the green cap, and Galvin close up, and then Diesel Dally in 6th place. Fameaftertheglory getting closer, then Francky Du Berlais and Joy Delaine having to be hustled along, then the patiently ridden Latenightpass in turn being followed by Manila Indo, and a gap to Fury Road. Back across the middle of the track, looking from the stands, going left to right as you look from the enclosures here, and now into the next sharp right-hander. Diderot Vallis in the light blue and Wick Green. Still being stalked by Volcano and Vital Island and Galvin with the red cap as they come down to the water once again. This is Fens 21. It's bringing them steadily towards the end of the second circuit. Manila Indo continues to race in touch. At the back of the main cluster, Fury Road continues to be detached. So they're about to embark upon their final circuit in the Glenfarclas Crystal Cup, this cross-country contest. Most of them are fairly well grouped as they reach fence 22. Now remember, they're going to bypass the next, what would have been the 23rd. And as they swing the next left-hander, it's Wick Green just ahead of Diderot Vallis. Volcano still a very close third. Latenightpass is much closer, the striped sleeves, disputing fourth with Vital Island, and Galvin racing around the inside. Then the other grey Diesel Dalier and Joy Delaine being pushed along from Fameaftertheglory, and Francky Du Berlais, Manila Indo and Fury Road continues, but he's a good 6 or 7 lengths behind the other as they come to the Birch Island fence for the second time. And they all stream out over it neatly enough. Fury Road has indeed got over, but he's getting further and further behind. On they go. And up ahead, Volcano jumping up well on the inner there, coming through to press for the lead with Latenightpass. They head on towards the Aintree fence for the second time. So Volcano, Wick Green, a very much closer Latenightpass in a very well grouped field. Diderot Vallis in the light blue, and Joy Delaine has picked up the bit. Now he's seen a bit of daylight on the outer, but he's looked a little awkward there at this canal turn tight bend. Wick Green was back in front there from Latenightpass. Volcano relegated to third. Still poised in behind him at this stage, Vital Island with the green cap, hopped over in 4th place ahead of Diesel Dalier. And then Manila Indo, who's beginning to make some progress out wide in a maroon jacket. Galvin, the red cap, is still right in behind them with Fameaftertheglory, and Joy Delaine being ridden along once again. Diderot Vallis is losing ground. Those were the Glenfarclas barrels for the final time. That was the third last, and they're now heading back out onto the racecourse proper with a couple of stuffed hurdles left to jump. Wick Green and the strong travelling Latenightpass, the leading pair at 2 out, little separating them, but a whole host of possible challengers. Manila Indo outright maroon jacket breezing into this with Francky Du Berlais, the red cap. The grey Diesel Dalier on the right as they swing for home with 1 to jump. Fameaftertheglory and Galvin in the next 2 into the straight. There are at least 6, 7 with a chance as they head down towards the last, but it's Latenightpass and Gina Andrews chased by Francky Du Berlais and Manila Indo. Diesel Dalier, Wick Green, Fameaftertheglory and Galvin. A furlong to go up the Cheltenham Hill. Latenightpass for England. Francky Du Berlais for Wales. Latenightpass staying on strongly, powering up the hill, beginning to draw clear for Gina Andrews, and it's Latenightpass who wins the Glenfarclas Crystal Cup from Francky Du Berlais, Fameaftertheglory, and Manila Indo close up in 4th, clear of Galvin.
Well, that was a really compelling edition of the cross-country chase. It's been won by Latenightpass, who's got one better than he did here in November. Gina Andrews on board for Dan Skelton, the 3-1 favourite, and he's done that really, really nicely. It was ominous, I think, for the other contenders as he made steady, stealthy progress in the final circuit. In second is another big run over this course for Francky Du Berlais, for Sean Bowen and Peter Bowen. Back in third, an unlikely third, I think. At one point, you'd have certainly have said Fameaftertheglory. You didn't seem to take to some of the fences, but Jonathan Burke has got him through for third for Gavin Cromwell. And Manila Indo, the 2021 Gold Cup winner. He has looked as though he's taken to this discipline really well. He travelled well. He seemed to be enjoying himself. He's finished 4th for Rachel Blackmore, and Henry de Bromhead probably just out-sprinted in the end.
Yeah, it was a good performance though, wasn't it? Latenightpass, who, similar to last time, went through the race with loads of enthusiasm. He was held up early, but going out onto the final circuit, Gina Andrews made a pretty swift move forward into a prominent position, had loads of horse underneath her at that point, and he's continued to travel and jump really well through the race, and Francky Du Berlais put down a strong challenge, as did plenty of others, to be fair, coming into the latter stages. There were lots with chances, but he was always going well, and he's seen it out strongly.
More bunched than I'm used to seeing a race like this.
Yeah, well, there were loads of them that still had a chance, sort of well into the race, deep into the race. For a long way I thought Galvin was going well, but as we sort of went on to the final circuit, not quite at this stage, but a little bit further on, he starts to lose his position, and you can see Minella Indo, he gave Rachel a great spin, didn't he, out the back for a long way, loomed up on the final turn, just seemed to get a little bit outpaced in a race where they've probably gone quite steady, I think, and that's why so many of them had a good chance for so long.
That's what I'm thinking. So that means that it did turn into a bit of a sprint. So I think this is a good sighter, though, for Minella Indo, if they're thinking about coming back here in March.
Absolutely.
The race is more likely to be run as an end-to-end gallop.
I think so, and I think that would suit him. And it also means, I would say, it suggests that Gina's given the winner a very smart ride to move him up early from that hold-up position, because it was fine. She got him nice and relaxed through the first half of the race, but she wanted to make a move before others were doing so, if you like, and put him in pole position, and that's exactly what she did. And you know, he was the best horse on the day comfortably anyway, but I think she gave him every chance to show that with the early move that she made from off the pace.
And they're up alongside the eventual winner with the green and red with the cheek pieces. That's Wick Green, who's run well for a very long way.
He's still